All right. So just a quick introduction of what I'm doing. I'm I'm an amateur, first of all, going through the advent of code. I'm mostly doing it for fun. There's also the other benefits, of course, but it's mostly for fun. It's a stream because it's again also a kind of fun for me. I like the documenting this process as a live video blog or video log, I call it, because it's very unstructured and chaotic. So, what you'll see in this video is not the direct solution of it, but of me struggling with it and not knowing if I'll ever get to the end of the question. All right. Today is day two. If you'd like to get the solutions and you are watching the recorded version of it, just jump to the end. But probably you're not here for that. If you are, just go ahead and jump. I need to get myself some coffee. But meanwhile, I'll open the question. Let's go. This is day two. And as usual, it will have part one and part two. You can start reading. Right. Um, let's go ahead. Right, as you make your way through the surprisingly extensive selection, one of the clerks recognizes you and asks for your help. As it turns out, one of the younger elves was playing on a gift shop computer and managed to add a whole bunch of invalid product IDs to their gift shop database. Surely it would be no trouble for you to identify the invalid product IDs for them, right? They've even checked most of the product ranges already. They only have a few product ID ranges, your puzzle input, that you need to check. For example, is it like numbers separated by dashes? Each, it's a product ID ranges. Okay, 1, 11 to 12, um, 22. The ID ranges are wrapped here for legibility. In your input, they appear on a single long line, all right? The ranges are separated by commas. Each range gives its first ID and last ID separated by a dash. First ID and last ID, so they're both inclusive. Oh. Some sequence of digits repeated twice. Mm-hmm. Body temperature increases. Mm-hmm. Hmm. It's like both six digits, so it has to be right. The left part should equal to the right part. So 11,000, so 11885 should appear, it is appearing on both sides, right? So it should appear on within this area, within this part as well. Is it inside this range of this and this? Yes, it is. So it has one invalid ID there. So here you're checking if this is identical as this one, and if 222 is also inside this range, it's valid. This one doesn't have any email because it's like the total number of digits is odd, is an odd number. So in that case, we can't split it to two and then we can't identify it. There's no repetition, right? Here we do the same. It's 6, so we can continue to check. So basically you check if it's like an even or odd first. If it's an odd number, you say, okay, there's no invalid ID, everything is good. But if you see an even number, you have to check the first part of it. If the first part exists in both of the sides, all right, then you will check, okay, then you will see, okay, this is the include the start and this is the end. Is the first part appearing within 443 and within 449? Yeah, it exists, so it has one invalid ID. So it's only one it's possible, but it's only the case when the first half is identical, right? This is my very, very, very initial observation. Maybe I might be missing something. So, but so far so good. So the examples are very much the identical. Um, but you have to consider like it's not always the same, right? The first parts will be different time to time. So here, for example, it's 9 and here it's an odd number, so forget about it, right? It has to go to the last odd number, which is 99, and from there on you can check it. Here it's an odd number, you need to forget about it. Here it's even, okay, let's put the first four digit number, here is 1000, right? You put it there and then you check, okay, it's 10, 10, all right, then, you can move on like this. Here, they're not the same. They're the start and end is different. So here you have to consolidate. You have to somehow split this 11 and 22 somehow. Let's put it here. I think this is a important case. What is there? I think 95, 105, 95, 115. 5. I think this is also another edge case. The rest of the ranges contain no invalid IDs. Okay. Adding up all the invalid IDs in this example produces all right. I think I come up with a even like, let's do, I want to say brute force. All right. I think there's a brute force solution that reminds me that I remember from yesterday. Oh my god. Adding up all the invalid IDs in this example produces this much. What do you get if you add up all of the invalid IDs? All right. That's okay. So there is a non-optimal way to solving this, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. It will include 2 for loops. All right. So first you will go through this one, then this one, right? So for ranges, okay? For range in ranges, I'm so sorry. And then you will check in I don't know what's the range, like let's say we calculated, for example, it's actually, yeah, let's say it's it's technically ID, right? Let's say for ID in range yeah, I don't know, like if we were to have it like somehow split it up, okay? Imagine we split this thing up and it's like you have start and end. So it will start and will go to the end plus 1, right? Because of the Python thing. You'll go through it and you'll check. You'll call that if ID let's say it's shall we do something like this? If ID let's say like if it's like a string, okay? I don't know, probably it's not a string, so maybe we can do it like this. If it is an even number, all right, or this is an odd number, you'll continue. But else, if it's an even number, you will do the following. You will just split this thing up, right? Whatever the size of it. I don't know, like let's and numbers, yeah, not how many, and digits. I think digits is the correct word. Okay, you can have you can calculate it even here, make it n digits, put it here, and then you can say n digits divided by 2, right? Integer division, which is perfectly fine. You can say ID up to that point, and then you can have Did I mess up something? Like it's for this it's 2, so you want to put 1 here, right? So I think it's fine here. Like this, and then you'll check the second part. It's this. What's going on? This pseudocode is like getting big and big, right? But this is the first part of this number, and this is the last part of this number. And then you'll check if first equals to last. You'll just add it to total, right? You have some kind of total number that you're going to add this thing to. Just add string. If it's like a string, do the typecasting and stuff. But basically, you're iterating on 2 for loops. It's not probably not the optimal solution, but it will get you the simple solution. You're checking it out if it number of digits is not, but you got the point, right? This ID is like iterating over this range. So for every number within this range, you're checking it out. So I would just like to jump into the solution. Can we do something like open project desktop AOC here, for example? New folder is Q2 and new file is, we can call it input.txt. Puzzle input is this, and new file solution pi, we can say, and we'll just read whatever we have here. But yeah, I want you to do something more. But I think like it's, what do you do? So you have it, you some kind of read line. I think perhaps it's enough here, but you'll have some kind of ranges. Let's do it like this so that we can learn through it, right? Python 3, I think I'm using Qt solution pi. Let's split this thing up by this and have a look. All right, we have the ranges. We have these ranges, but I'm pretty sure I can do it even more. Or maybe we can do it like this. Right now it's okay. And then you can say for range in ranges, you can identify the start and end, right? Get start end. You can pass this thing, and then once you have the start and end, you can check for ID. Probably, let's see if I'll be able to use it. It's a special, it might be a special keyword, but for ID in range start to end plus, right? We want to iterate, and we like to check if len string ID divided by like modulus 2 is 0, it's even, right? But let's make it odd so that we can just continue here, right? So that's the first check. And then you'll just divide the ID, like you'll just check if ID is repeating, you can just call it like that, and you'll just increase the total value here, total plus ID, else you'll just continue. All right. And yeah, I think this is also could be like is odd ID, right? Or like is repeating, it's invalid, right? So you want to put the invalid ones or the invalid IDs, right? Okay. I don't like it. I'm probably and not is repeating. I like this kind of checks at the very start so that we can continue, but otherwise we'll just add on to the total. Right. Let's make it big and write down this things. And in the end, actually, we like to return the total, right? Basically, print the total. So before doing that, I like to make it like end to end. So I'd like to make it like just return 1 to 100, for example, for now. And def is odd is returning true all the time, or like let's have false, right? And then is repeating will have an ID and it will return true, whatever. Just to get it going, string object is not, yeah. So you get the range to return this like this. Something like this. No, it's not related to that. Start and end. That's due to this, perhaps. What am I missing here? String object is not callable, so range. Okay. Oh man. I think that's very important. It's a range, right? Let's do the following. Okay. I want to keep it calling it range, but it's anyways will be translated to start and end. It won't be ever mentioned again. All right, so we have some number. I don't know what that even corresponds to, but as like we can now from now on iterate on it. Get start and end. You'll have a string. You just have to split it by dash, and then you'll take the first one. Just close, please. And this thing, that's it. We want you to do this. I don't want to overwrite anything. Start and end. I would probably prefer to typecast it to integer as it is string right now, so that we are returning a tuple of integer to integer. All right, whereas we were accepting a string, right? Move on. So we have this definitely bigger number right now. Is val is odd. So if value is 2, if it's entering it, it's odd, right? Else return false. There's an even shorter way. you can turn this to this. If so the question right now is, maybe this will return. We have to typecast it to like this. If it's returning 1, it will be translated to true. So is odd, yes, will satisfy. Otherwise, it's this. Move on. Okay. The total didn't change, but maybe I did something wrong then. I don't know. Is repeating. Wait, let's call print 3 is odd. 3 print is odd. 2. Okay, everything is good. Is repeating. Now we have to again split this value into 2, and then we'd like to check. So you'll basically return the value starting from, all right, so it's okay. Can you find the middle point of like, is it? No, I don't think so. You have to first typecast it to a string, and from there on you have to split it into 2. You can do it by from 0 to len. It's very ugly, but let's make it as first a string, and then you'll check like the first part and then second part, and then return first equals second. Okay, and the first part will be from here to len well value divided by 2, and this will be the reverse to the end. Let's see, I'm not sure if I need to encapsulate it, but I think it should be okay. Maybe it's needed here, but on the below it should. Okay, let's make it fine. So if you have 1 1, for example, the length of it will be 2 divided by 2, it's 1. So you'll have the first number, and from here it will have the second number 1 1, and then you'll just check if they're identical or not. All right. Here on we have a different number, and it should actually be the result that we'd like to see. I would like to go with this and submit it. That's not the right answer. So let's go back and think about it. What am I probably missing here? If it's odd, we're skipping. And if it is, oh, I'm this. Yeah, it's not correct. We're not checking this, of course. We're checking the. Sorry, I gotta check something. We're checking the is odd, not the value, integer value. We're checking if the number of digits. I don't know. It's not the best one, but I'm in a hurry right now. So you'll just first typecast it to string, and then will have the length of it, and then you divide take modulus to identify it's odd or not, that kind of stuff. I think this should be then the result. That's not the right one. Terrible. And this was integer, and it's also returning a boolean, right? If it has odd number of digits, we should skip that. It's not invalid. And if it is not repeating, we should also skip that. Dun, 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 dun. Happens, right? Happens. Okay, I gotta go right now. Or I'm already ashamed by it. It's okay. Um, then yeah, I wish you a nice evening. See you soon.